Hey guys, Kyle here with 10th Innings Cards and Collectibles, back with another through the mail autograph return. It is Labor Day weekend. It was a little bit slower this week on the returns, but I still have 6 of them for you guys. Let's get to opening these up. I'm really excited about these returns because there's one that's a big package and I got a pretty good idea who it is. I'll save that one for last, but let's get to number 1. And our first return, this one comes to us from Cleveland, Ohio. Let's get in here. There we go. Who do we have? Oh, very cool. Mike Tomac, former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Spent some time with the Bears, I believe the Steelers as well. Looks like I sent him 2 cards here. This one, 1992 Fleer, signed really nicely here in blue Sharpie. Very cool card. Yeah, you can see this was his second year with the Packers after a 3-year stint with the Bears. So that's our first return from Mike Tomac. And then very cool, I got this Game Day 93 back. I like these tall cards. I try to send them off with basketball as well, with the NBA Jam Session cards. This is the football version of that, the Game Day. So these look awesome. Really excited. I think this is my first big one back for football. So that is a 2 of 2 return from former quarterback Mike Tomac. Let's get to our second return. And our second return of the day is coming to us from Knoxville, Tennessee. I've got family up in the Knoxville area, so I know that area pretty well. And it looks like we've got our first baseball return of the day, and we've got former Cincinnati Red catcher Jody Reed. I sent him several, looks like a 3-card return. The first is his 1990 Upper Deck with the Cincinnati Reds. Looks like that one, it's got a little bit of fading in the marker there. I don't know if that was on his end or just not prepped well enough on my end. Might be the marker because this one looks great. Here's 92 Topps. This is one of my favorite cards to get autographed. That one turned out really, really good. You can see, spent time with the Twins, the Expos, and the Reds. And anytime I can get an Expos card signed, I always try. Unfortunately, I sent it to him and he did not sign it. So maybe he only signs 2 cards, but that is a 2 of 3 return from former catcher Jeff Reed. And again, he signs for no fee. He may be a 2-card limit at this point, so we may need to update that on Sports Card for him. But in any event, I'm glad to get the 2 Reds cards back, and that's really exciting. Here we go. Let's get to our third return. And our third return is going to be coming to us from suburban Illinois. As a reminder, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to pick out my favorite card from all the returns for each player. And let's see, who do we have here? Oh, Dan Pascal, former Chicago White Sox. Okay, I'm very excited about this return. I've been waiting a while for this one. I know I sent him several. Looks like 4 cards. So let's start it off with a 1991 Upper Deck, personalized to me. To Kyle, looks like it says, my best, Dan Pascal. Wow. That's a great card. There we go. Looks like he personalized one of them, which is great. Here is the 1990 Upper Deck, signed really nicely in blue Sharpie. And then here is a Bowman card he did not sign. And then here is my 92 Topps card, so he did not sign that one either. So that's a 2 of 4 return. Again, he may be a 2-card minimum as well at this point, which again, that's totally fine. I'll update that on my end. So, if anybody's sending to him for future stuff, maybe only send him 2 cards. But he signed the 2 that I probably would have wanted him to sign. I like the Upper Deck cards. Maybe would have swapped out the 90 and the 92 Topps. So, but either way, he personalized one of them for me, which I think is awesome. So great return, 2 of 4 from Dan Pascal. Let's get to I'm going to skip number 4. I'm saving that one for last. So we're going to get to our 5th return next. And our 5th return is coming to us from Phoenix, Arizona. I know I've sent to a couple Phoenix Suns players. We also have a lot of baseball guys out that way. Yep, and here's another baseball return, and this one is former Pirate, former Indian, Jay Bell. He didn't put it back in the card saver. I sent him 4. Looks like we got 4 signatures back, so that's a great 4/4 return. 92 Fleer Ultra here. That one turned great. Looks like he kind of signed it from the side there. So that's a great first signature there. Here's 1990 Topps. Always turns out fantastic. If I'm recommending sets to get autographed, 1990 Topps is going to be at the top of that list. Always turns out great. Here's 89 Topps with the Cleveland Indians. This one looks great too. See the back. I don't think we've gotten 89 Topps back, at least in a while. And then we got 89 Upper Deck. And that one looks great as well. So there you go. Former big leaguer, played for several teams, most notably I would say with the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 90s. Those turned out great. Move these up just a tad bit so you guys can see them a little bit better. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite out of the 4. That's a great 4/4 return. Let's get to our final envelope return. So this will be return number 6 coming up. All right, and return number 6 is coming to us from Charlotte, North Carolina. What do we have? We've got basketball. We've got Dell Curry, who just sent my card back. Okay. So Dell Curry, a 0/0 return. So apparently he's not going to sign cards anymore. I'm not sure what to say about that one. So that one's kind of disappointing. But in any event, I know I had sent him one a couple months back. Maybe he keeps track. So if you sent him a card before, don't send him another one. So that'll be a lesson to be learned. But let's get to our last return. I'm really excited about this one. And this one was my 4th return of the week. Very excited about this one. I've scratched out where it's from to kind of hide that a little bit. And let's get to it. This one I requested via email. Here we go. This is a return from Coach. Let me zoom out just a tad bit so you guys can see it all. There we go. You can see my gimbal on the right here, but that's all right. So to Kyler, always try your best. Coach K, and then there we go. And they signed one for me as well. To Kyle, always lead with your heart. Coach K, fantastic. Great 2 of 2 return from Coach K. I had asked him if he did anything for kids, if there's anything they could send with Duke on it. And he just signed him another photo, which is totally cool. So that is fantastic. Legendary Hall of Fame coach. Won just a million games at Duke. And then obviously a coach on the Dream Team and several other Olympic teams, the Redemption Team with Kobe and LeBron and those guys in the 2000s. Great documentary on Netflix about that. So there we go. I asked for 1, I got 2. So that's a 1 of 2 return from Coach K. And that wraps up this week's returns. Let's get to our recap real quick. Here is this week's recap. I ended up going with the 93 game day for Mike Tomczak as my favorite. I went with the 1990 Upper Deck for Jeff Reed. The 1991 Upper Deck from Dan Pascal, that was the one he personalized to me. The 1989 Topps from Jay Bell, that was a tough one to pick from. Again, Dell Curry did not sign. And then Coach K, I just went with my sons. It's the same thing. But that is all 6 of my returns this week. And we will be back next week with all new returns. I'm excited after Labor Day weekend. I don't know how many I will get. It could be another low return, or I could just have a whole bunch of them coming through because mail was a little slow. So we will see. But thanks again for watching another episode of 10th Inning Cards and Collectibles through the mail autograph returns. I'll see you guys on the next one.